Rise and shine, my darling. You look as alluring as ever. Is there something wrong with me waking you up this way? I figured you wanted a kiss. Might as well give you one. Well, if you must know, today is my birthday. Yes, I know. We share the same birthday. So I figured maybe we could do something about it. No, don't worry about that. It's not the date that matters. It's what you make of it. In my opinion, it's more of a sharing our time, thoughts, feelings. I can never get enough of that. In fact, if you held a gun to my head and told me to spend the rest of my life doing just that, I don't think I'd even be worried. Mostly on the accounts that I just really love talking to you, getting to know you and understand you. It's always special to me. Birthday or not, every day's special when I get to see that cute face of yours. Give you a kiss when you least expect it. All right, to be fair, you did expect it. I could tell. You saw me getting closer, and it was practically written all over my face, my words, my everything. But you best keep your guard up. Otherwise, I might just take those lips when you least expect it. Just a warning. You'll have to be extra careful. Because today, well, I can think of a number of ways we can make the best of it. One being copious amounts of cuddling like this. Two being making it a birthday to remember. What does that mean? That's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure you could figure it out. Eventually. When I let you, of course. No. Nothing sinister. I wouldn't want that. And I know that's not what birthdays are for. The last thing we need is something sad or something controversial on something as fun as a birthday. No, I won't let you. I promise. No matter what, today will be a fun day, because I'll make it one. And come on now, do you think I'd make my birthday something like that? Something that wouldn't be fun for both of us? Well, then I guess you're in for a surprise, aren't you? I'm kidding. I knew you'd answer that way. You know me so well, don't you? But I guess today will test that. Do you know me, put up with me, love me, want me, desire? You name it. I'll find a lot of ways to make you smile, to make you feel like you're on top of the world. And why, you might ask? Because a birthday's no fun if everyone isn't smiling and happy. I personally think that that's the only way to celebrate. If we don't, it'll just be bland, empty. And that's just a shame. Makes me sad just thinking about it. So instead, I'm going to insist that we do nothing but fun things. Like, to start, I'm going to pick you up and walk you down to breakfast. I know, I broke the rules. I made you breakfast. And so, what are you going to do about it? That's what I thought. You're always trying to get the upper hand, and I like it. Your ambition, it's always showing, even if you don't even realize. And you know, that's one thing I love about you. Day in and day out, I get to enjoy time, special time. No matter when it is, we always find it. And just enough where our hearts get to fly up in the clouds. Now, hope you enjoy a nice, balanced breakfast. Well, today I did a few things. Since I know how you feel about the subject, I decided to use a few different ingredients. Isn't it interesting? It's an alternative, a brand new one that was made, to normal eggs. I got them from a scientist friend of mine. Don't worry, they're completely tested. They're cleared for consumer consumption. And also, since they're egg replacements, they're completely, non-GMO and all of that goodness, vegan, you name it. I wanted to prepare this meal as sort of a clean start for the day. That's why I used only green and fresh ingredients. Does it look delicious? Well, if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter whose birthday it is, silly. If you want me to be happy, why don't you smile? And not just the smiling for me. I want you smiling for yourself. That's one of the main reasons I brought you down here to enjoy a meal, so that we can both do something we love. Sit close, maybe play footsies. What? Can you blame me for being a naughty birthday boy? I mean, I'm not that naughty. I think I'm more nice than naughty, to be honest with you. But I like being bold, so maybe we'll just have to figure it out one little step at a time. And if something does happen, we can deal with it together. We can solve all those little problems we always have together in a new way. I'm not suggesting anything, just flirting with you casually. I mean, can you blame me? Look at you. Still in your jammies. Now, I don't know about you, but those jammies, they really do suit you. It makes me feel happy to have eyes. That's saying something considering the other time, when I saw that unmentionable thing outside, that made me wish I didn't have eyes. But let's forget about that and focus more on oogling you. You can oogle me too. Whoops, I seem to have dropped something. Let me go pick it up on my perfectly toned body and my wonderful muscles. I'm just teasing. Today's not just about that. Not even mostly about that. Unless you want it to be. But what I wanted today to be was a time where we can cuddle close, give kisses and love, and maybe do something adventurous. Try something new. Maybe something in a place where everyone can see us. Well, of course, you need to get your mind out of the gutter there. I wasn't suggesting anything like that, but since you're offering, I think we can arrange it. You really want something like that, don't you? Well, looky here. You want to do a present to me. Why don't we think about it? We'll figure something out, I'm sure. Like maybe you wearing this for me? Oh, I promise it's safe. No one's going to see any difference. And besides, it's hidden. You should have seen the look on your face. Once again, what are you thinking? I just meant we could wear these together. Then nobody will think that we belong to anyone but each other. Don't you love it? Matching rings, just like that. We can even match our necklaces. And by the end of it, no one would be silly enough to try and come between us. Not only because they know we're two of the best, two of the absolute best, but because of all we've been through. I've missed you. I've missed you for so long before this. I thought I'd never see you again after all the difficult and horrible times. But I'm glad things worked out. I'm glad in the end I get to see you smile again. You know, my birthday wouldn't be complete without something just a tad bit. Fun in the sun, perhaps? It's been so bleak these past weeks, so maybe we could go to the beach together. Enjoy the sun. I get to see you in your best bathing suit? No, nothing like that. I just think whenever I get to see more, it always adds that touch of elegance. Now, I'm not some kind of, what's the word, lech or anything. Nothing of the sort. Well, unless you want me to be, and I could go in something a little less covering. Don't get shy now. It was only a joke, though. Unless you want it. In which case, who am I to deny you your dreams? I could wear just about anything. And if I happen to wear it now, guess you'll have to correct me. Or don't. I'm only joking. I wouldn't subject you to that unless you really wanted it. Guess I'll have to let your imagination do the rest. You're so easy to tease, and it makes me feel like today really is my birthday. You know, sometimes I wonder if it is, or if it's some kind of elaborate, strange paradox where I wasn't actually born that day, and I'm an alien from outer space. No, that was another joke. But what I was actually thinking is, it never really felt like it was mine. It always felt like a appointment, rather than it felt like a real birthday. That's why I've been so divergent from my normal self today. Pardon if it's a bit annoying. I've just never been able to cut loose completely. Those ties that bind us, they're something, but when they don't bind at all, sometimes it gets strange. You don't know how to see things, and it gets kind of muddled. I was just sort of preparing myself for that. For so many years, I had this muddled feeling welling up inside that I didn't want my birthday, that I didn't care about things like that. More like it that I didn't have a chance to. I was on the fast track to becoming exactly what my family wanted me to. No, I should say my father wanted me to. And in the process, it was just a murky mess of nothingness. I just ended up hating it, hating my father and wasting time. But you already knew that. And now that that's over, I feel like a weight's been lifted. Now we can have our fun, our lovely time. A birthday that's actually a birthday instead of an appointment. Sounds a bit more fun, doesn't it? I mean, I sure think so. I can't stand appointments, especially doctors. Who likes them? I'd imagine there's only a handful of people who actually like visiting the doctor, considering 9 times out of 10, you're sick when you're doing so, or having trouble with your quirk. And that's definitely not a position anyone would like to be in. No. Where were we? Oh yes. Did you enjoy breakfast? I was talking so much, but I managed to bite every time we went silent. It's delicious. All the more with your smile as the best seasoning. I in fact love it so much that I smile myself sometimes. I'm all smiles today because I get to do whatever I want, and you get to do it right there with me. And the concept of having that much freedom together, it just excites me. It makes me feel like a bird in flight, instead of a grounded, small animal running from predators, or a predator trying to hunt prey to survive. Just a bird casually flying through the air, having fun. That's what I'd like to be. My dear, how I love you so much. How I could never get used to, complacent, or think a life with you is anything but a dream come true. It truly is. I've managed to do so many things I could only do in my dreams, all thanks to you. Also, I got you this. I know it's my birthday, but it's something that I thought would suit you. Well, quite simply, it's an animal, but a stuffy. That's what they're called. I'm familiar with stuffed animals, but a lot of people call them stuffies, so I didn't want to get it wrong. This one, in particular, is a sloth. A pink sloth. I just thought it suited you. Don't get me wrong. It was just the color and the smile on it. It made me happy and reminded me of how your smile makes me happy and how you can be a bit slow in the uptake sometimes. No offense, but it does add to your cuteness. Well, if you want to get back at me, you'll have ample time at the beach. I've already prepared a series of games. And our private helicopter will leave soon. Did you think I had that helipad on the roof for nothing? No, it's just usually used for work. Not today. I've gone all out. We're going to go all over the place, and if we need to, I'll use my friend with the transportation quirk. Well, he's expensive, but what can I say? You're worth it. I like to spoil you, but don't think it's about the money. If you want the truth, I kind of hate money. It's not something I enjoy, in the sense that it's a tool. I like to use it for good. Just like you could use a knife to cut food, or you could use a knife to hurt someone. I much prefer to make people smile. And to that end, I'm confident I can do so much. I could do very much in terms of making you whatever you want. Not with money. I'd prefer to do it with my own power. My own skills, like this. A frosty bunny just for you. I know it's nothing but a frozen ice sculpture of a bunny, but I thought it was cute and that it suited you. Once again, I found a way to It may seem a bit odd, but by combining my two powers, I've managed to make warm ice. It doesn't seem to melt unless it gets very, very hot. And if you'd like, I can make you something with it. Like this. Do you like it? I thought it suited you because it looks like it has a fire burning inside, doesn't it? Red ice. Would you prefer I make you something with it? That way, you can have it on your necklace. Maybe something else. It really does suit you. The red brings out that look you always have. A mixture of confusion, frustration, and love. Happiness. A lot of joy. All mixed into one. That's why I made it, and actually how I found out. You've helped me realize I can make ice that won't melt. You've helped me realize I could build buildings, make lots of things, save lives in new ways, and really it's all thanks to the love we share, because I couldn't have done it without you. I would have never thought of this on my own. I would have had no reason to try, and it's impractical and things like that, but would you look at that? Just one of the many ways you make my life worth living. You make me feel like a person instead of someone who's a walking bank, or maybe someone who's just status or power. I'm not a tool or a toy. I'm a man, and one that's madly in love with you. One that's so madly in love with you that I get scared because I'm convinced in my heart there must be someone trying to steal you away, somewhere. And that concept, it's frightful. It makes me want to make the enemy the entire world, and I know I can't do that. And I guess what I'm saying is I struggle when it comes to you at times. Not because I don't trust you, no. It's because I think, how is it you've fallen in love with someone who's as sheltered and monotonous as me? What do I have that they don't? And my confidence, I have it, but I sometimes doubt myself, I guess. But you help bring that confidence back when I can see the truth in your smile. I can see that you actually, truly are happy with me, and that's more than I could ever. I want to make you happy. I want to make you mine, but I also want you to be so happy, happy that you're mine, that you don't know how to stop feeling happy. Because the more happy we are, the more wonderful things will be. And in truth, I'm certain my ability to make you happy is the best. Even if there's some who could try, let them, and see what happens. No, don't worry. Of course I'm possessive of you. Do I look like I'd allow someone else to have what's mine? The one I love. The one that's my entire life. The stars in the sky and the apple in my eye. You're everything to me. And you'd be a fool to think that I wouldn't fight, no matter the cost, if it meant saving you. I love you so much, you know. And I would absolutely do anything if it would make you smile. But you should already know that. We've been through a lot, haven't we? My dear, I will do anything if it means I get to make my lovely little sloth. I'm only kidding. Unless you want to be my sloth. In which case, I suggest you stay cute. And don't forget, I'm going to continue being myself, and you're forbidden from changing, because the two of us, we're perfect together, and I'll never, ever let you go. Not that you'd want to, right? I'm not saying I'm going to harm you or anyone else, just a little confident that I can steal your breath away. Is there any question? Of course not. Do you actually think I would spare any detail? Now, why don't we be off to our helicopter, and we can see our destinations firsthand? Isn't it better to see with your own eyes than to hear the plan? I personally enjoy your expression when we get there. After you've gotten something nice or we've done something nice, you always have an expression of awe and happiness that makes me feel incredible. Beyond incredible, actually. I can't get enough of your awe-stricken features and smiles and all of those dreams you always tell me about. I'll make them come true. The reason why I haven't interfered directly is because I want you to feel as though you've made the progress yourself. If I spoiled you in that way, well, wouldn't you not appreciate it once you got there? If I did all the work, you wouldn't be proud of your accomplishment. It would be just handed to you. It's why I've always held back a bit. Spoiling you is one thing. Reaching your dreams for you is entirely a different one. I respect you too much for that, and I love you far too much for that. I truly cannot. I can't stop myself from loving you this much because it's all I know. It's all I've ever known since the day we've met. I've become infatuated with you, and I've never grown to regret that. Do you know? I could never ever regret it, because of all these sweet memories we've had, all the times you've made me laugh, all the wonderful times we've had, even the tough times I wouldn't trade, because they led us here, to being even happier together. I know I almost made a horrible decision. I felt terrible when I was making it. I didn't know what I was doing or why I was doing it. I just got caught up in things that I felt I needed to do instead of what I wanted. And that's where my mistake was made. I was cruel in my injustice, in my decision-making for you. But I couldn't bear to lose you. I couldn't bear to say goodbye. I'm selfish, scared, childish at times, but it's all because of how much I love you. And I can't ever say goodbye. If there's one thing I want, all my riches and power to go towards is finding a way that we can stay together forever. Is that a bad dream? Well, I certainly hope not. And it looks like we're going to be off any minute. See you on the other side, my love. Did you like the view from the helicopter? Well, don't enjoy it too much now, because it pales in comparison to the beaches we're going to. It's my very own private beach on the Todoroki Isles. Well, I was going to name them after you, but I thought, wouldn't it be too much if you had something named after you? I didn't want you to be intimidated or feel like it's something you had to do. No, there's no obligation, but I do want you to have them as your personal relaxation spot. I even built us, a villa. When I said going to the beach, did you expect one populated by others? No, of course not. Is that my style at all? I've got us a personal chef, personal, villa suggestion person. I'm not entirely sure what they are, to be honest with you. I just hired them because they needed a job and they seem to know a lot about the Isles. Isn't it good to take care of those who need it? I thought it was my way of being able to give back. I do like that, being able to make people happy. Even if they're not you, it's just making you happy is so much more. I could do it every single day and it would never get old. Whereas at making others happy, I love it, but it's also difficult at times. Not because that they're bad or anything, but because they have so many different sides that I don't care to understand. I'm not exactly an extrovert. I wouldn't exactly say I'm an introvert either. I'm a bit of both, an omnivert. And for that, I guess I come with some complicated situations, like having so much feelings I put into you, but also not really hating the world or being too nervous of it. The only thing that worries me is if somebody tried to steal you away, because I can't think of a reason why I would have an edge over them. Sure, I have money, looks, and power, but that isn't everything in this world. Personality, love is a fickle thing. I don't want to lose you to anyone, and to that end I will fight tooth and nail. I know. I've said it before, but I guess saying it puts my heart at ease, because I know I'm fully decided in this. There is no question. You're my future, the only future I truly wish for. Being a pro hero is a consequence of my friendship with others, my father's ambition, and lots of things I didn't decide for myself. You're my first step into a life I wanted to live. In a lot of ways, Midoriya showed me much that I could do on my own. And I realized that it's not always that simple to just be shown something and understand it. That's why I've tried to live my life as freely as possible, to give as much back as I comfortably can and to share what I have with others. Isn't that what's the right thing to do? I just sort of follow my heart now. Maybe not as well as others, but with you, all I want is more time. More wonderful time cuddling. More long walks on the beach with you. More holding that sweet hand of yours. And more kisses under the moonlight. That's what I want for my birthday. Nothing to get in the way of me and you. That's all I could ever ask for. Any day of the year. We could live here for the rest of our days if you want. Be pampered and live in the sun. Go in the ocean. I even prepared a wide range of anything you could imagine here. Vendors and all kinds of things set up just to be there. If you want them. There's a festival that's held here sometimes. Though our portion of the island, the residential of, just us, is in a different portion to the others. the paid helpers, the guest houses. But everything falls together. There's even a runway strip if we wanted to go in my private jet. Not that there's any reason for it since we have the helipad. It's more convenient. At least I think so. So, why don't we quit this jabbering and go into the water? Oh, no. First, we've got to get changed. And something tells me you wouldn't need any help with that. I'll see you back here in a moment. You should have plenty to choose from in the private bathroom. Now go ahead. Why not? Good luck choosing. I'm sure you'll find something you like in there. And thank you, my love. You've already made this birthday the best one I've ever had. Anyways, I'm rambling, and you need to stop me. Somehow I knew he'd think the same. Thank you. Now go before I change my mind. You wouldn't want me watching you, would you? I'm not a voyeur, but I wouldn't lie. Seeing my love? It's tempting. Go. I promise I won't look. I'll go get changed too. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. What, did you think it would be the opposite of this? Well, let's just say I gave you some extra time for suspense. Look at you. It suits you, you know. Accentuates your already glorious looks. And if you think it doesn't, well, I'm not sure what to tell you except, does this prove anything? That's a special kiss. Not just one I'd give to anyone, especially considering you're the only one who's ever kissed me. The only one I will ever kiss, and that's a promise. You're awfully cute when you're slightly embarrassed. And what's wrong with that? It's not like you don't like being teased. I know that very well. Besides, we've got some waves to catch. Come here. Wouldn't you like to hold my hand to explore the island? Come, my darling. This way. I know I've said already that it suits you, but I didn't think you could make something so plain look so wonderful. It just goes to show you're the true diamond. You're the one that always steals my looks. It always steals my touch. And all I could ever want is more cuddles with you. But not right now. Come, we're almost there. To the beach's edge. We'll be there soon. Do you see it? Crystal clear water. Just like that. And I've prepared a safe area. Never fear. No jellyfish can get past the nets. And also, there's no chance within this area that there could be any big fish either. It dissuades them. If they swim into it, they'll go the other way. It's a new safety net. And I figured it would give you the experience without all the danger. Now, why don't we go in there and splash around a bit? Take this. Look at you, splashing around with me like this. Oh, you can still hear it, can't you? The sound of the civilization in the distance. Well, there is a small town on the side of the island. There's even cars. You can probably hear just a bit of them. Isn't it nostalgic? Just like the city, except so much different, with crystal clear waters and knowing that we own all this. Doesn't it feel unique? You got me with that one. Take this. You're full of surprises today, aren't you? Now, what say you we play some more fun games? Last one over there's a rotten villain. Oh, I was supposed to say it with more emphasis. Last one there's a rotten villain. Was that better? Nah, it doesn't suit me, does it? But I got a head start out of it. You're not bad. Especially if I don't use quirks. You're quite formidable. Not bad at all. I guess you won fair and square. So, what shall we do next? Interesting. Going over here for a nice romantic dinner? That's something. Or maybe we could go to the spa, enjoy our time there. Or maybe just go to our villa. I haven't shown you the house yet, right? I might as well. I made it quaint and nice so that it wouldn't be too intimidating. Too large that it's not homey, and things like that. I love villas. It's just the open atmosphere, and not a bug in sight. Nothing to give us trouble, and all the warm ocean breeze we could ask for. Don't you like it? The quaint feeling. This island, all to ourselves. It's clean, it's nice, it's lovely. I enjoy it, spending all this time together with you. And in truth, I can't get enough of it. It's addictive, the feeling, the passion, the wonderful mixture of emotions. All of the feelings that just come to the surface. But I guess one thing I don't want to forget. That this birthday, it's never felt like my own. I want it to be my own, I do. But you're the only thing that makes it feel like it's real. You're the only thing that actually makes me feel like I'm an actual person and not just a little robot. A little man stuck in his own little trapped world. I hate that feeling. But I know the only way to escape it is by holding your hand. By drowning in your kisses and understanding just how much I live for you. How much I live for that kiss. Your touch. Feeling you against me. Just like this. It's frustrating. Because of how much I love you. Because I know I'll never feel anything like this, even half as much for anyone else. It's frustrating because all I want is you. All I could desire in all this world is you. And all I could see as making me real is you. Not to say I feel as though who I am is fake. More I feel what's expected of me for most of my life has been fake. It's been what everyone else wants and not what I want. So you're my first and most important break of that habit. I won't sing songs to the tune of others anymore. Because I can't. Not by a long shot. I won't. I refuse. And I will make it my life and your life. intertwined like our embrace. A sweet time we can share, a happy moment that makes me understand. A sweet moment I can truly understand. Belongs to me and you alone. Know just what to say. You know how to make my life feel like it's my own. And don't think any subtle detail of what you've done has ever slipped my mind. No, I could never let it. Because I could never, in a million years, lose touch with you, my darling. And with all of that, just makes me love you more. And to think, today would become so fiery, so impassioned. Then again, I think it'd be stranger if it didn't. With all the times we've had, all the trials we've had. Your husband can be very, very needy. But I hope you won't mind if I need you a bit. Your reaction's adorable. I wouldn't change a thing about it. In truth, I'm addicted to that reaction of yours. It tells me when I do something good, when I do something bad, or when I need to work on something. Oh, I love you, my baby. I love you so very much. My baby. You know, I could never get tired of this. Is it my birthday every day? I sure hope so. What? Isn't it important we take a shower? Don't mind if I do. Aren't you going to join me? What's the shame in that? Don't tell me. You expected anything less here. Don't you enjoy it? The villa, that is. Your villa. No, I should say, our villa. Fun in the sun. And fun here, too. Baby. You know, my cutest sweetest little darling you've made today. Worth every single everything. You've made me feel like I'm alive again. And you're just as tasty as ever. Just relax. Leave it to your man. I'll take control. And give you just what you're looking for. What? Can't I enjoy myself? Even above the shower. How lewd could you be? I wonder. Guess there's only one way to find out, baby. It's only a joke. I know you're just as innocent as me. Yeah. We're both as, undeniably so. What a birthday it'll be. Together. I love you with all my heart. I love you. You're mine. I love you. I love you, no matter what. You're mine. You're mine, my darling. Now, just relax. It's just a massage, right? Just a massage. Yeah. I love you. I love you so much, darling. You're mine, forever and always, and I won't let you go. Not now or ever. Oh, you know, I'm your man forever, and you've made me one happy birthday boy, so you might as well enjoy it, baby. Enjoy a nice massage, a nice one. You know, I could never let you go, and I need to make sure I take good care of you, baby. Baby, I love you. What? I'm not allowed to admire my cutie. You know, it reminds me of that time back on the cruise ship, right before our marriage ceremony. Do you remember? Well, it was just like this. Only a bit different. Just different enough that I might have been hopelessly infatuated with my baby, but also just enough that I couldn't stop thinking how much I love you. How much every time you're away I miss you. How much we've been through and how much we've sacrificed. Sometimes I wonder where we'll end up. It's so hard to say, because I don't know. Every time I think about it myself, I just look at you. Maybe I'm like a puppy dog, crawling back to you every time, but I can't regret it. Even if I wanted to regret it, I just don't have it in me. Instead, I want there to be more cause for smiles. Is it wrong? Smiles, they give me something. Though I shouldn't say any smiles. Only your smile does it for me. Only yours changes how I view life and feeling and all of the wonderful things that we've managed to do. The wonderful love we've cultivated. The sweet memories I'll never forget. You don't think you'll ever forget them, do you? I certainly hope not. I'd be sad if you did. Because, my baby, I'll never get tired of saying it, of whispering in your ear. Sweet nothings. Or maybe sweet somethings. Because it's not very hard to find a method of complimenting someone so perfect. You, to me, are infallible. A one-of-a-kind beauty. A one-of-a-kind wonder. That always is cool in my eyes. You don't have a single day in which I can't... I always see you as being my ideals put together. There's nothing that could break my immersion because you're always right here by my side. Right here in my heart, and the only thing that I can ever think about is your smile. What I can do to make you smile more, and just your happiness, unapologetically. Because in truth, I'm sick of seeing you sad. You don't deserve that. And every time you've been sad in the past, I've worked hard to cure it, to make things right. I've worked very hard, but will work 10 times as much if it means I can see that smile more. So what now? My darling, my baby. Shall we cuddle? Shall we watch something? Shall we talk about our dreams under the moonlight? The breeze is nice. It's warm instead of cold. Feels like a giant blow dryer, doesn't it? It's cozy. But you make it more cozy. I can't thank you enough. For what? Why, being yourself, of course. Maybe I'm smitten and saying all this under the influence of a cutie, but I regret nothing. I could never regret it. There's just no way. It's not in my vocabulary to regret when it comes to you. I've done what I believe in to the very end, and I will continue to do so. No matter what. You can bet on that. You're my love. The only one that I could ever wish for, that I could ever dream of. And thank you for being my baby. Thank you for being all mine. For marrying me. For living our lives as one. There's nothing, not a single thing that makes me happier. And I could not be more thankful in all the world, even if I held it in my hand. Because when I close my eyes, all I see is you, my wonderful baby. And I'm going to keep saying it to tease you. Baby. What's the matter, baby? Cat got your tongue? No, not that, right? Just your man. Catching is you, baby. By your tongue. And that's kiss for trying to keep me from saying it, baby. Teasing you? No, of course not. I was just making an example. I'm not doing anything illegal. My voice isn't illegal. I promise. Though some people seem to think it is. Though I'm not sure why. I mean, come on, all I do is go from talking like this to talking like this, baby. Isn't that normal? I think it is. So, who's to stop me? Are you going to? My baby.